Did you know that anyone with a smartphone can get your ATM or debit card PIN number without ever approaching you? With the thousands of apps or software applications made for iPhone and Android devices, more and more incredible things are being created every day to make life easier. But the latest one has caused a real security problem, and those are apps which turn your smartphone into an infrared camera. Here's what happens. You're in a store and stand in line to pay for your items. You swipe your card and secretly put in your PIN number, making sure no one else can see your fingers. Once you make sure your transaction went through, you pick up your bags and leave the store. Unknown to you, a criminal was standing in line behind you. As he steps up to pay for his items, he uses an infrared camera app on his smartphone and takes a picture of the keypad that you used just seconds before. The heat from your fingers shows which numbers you pushed, and the criminal even knows the order you press the buttons, since the infrared camera will show which buttons are hotter than others, as displayed here. It's simple to battle this problem and make it impossible for any potential criminal to see your PIN number. Here's how. After you press the buttons on the keypad and complete your transaction, let your hand rest on as many buttons as possible for at least 3 seconds. The heat of your hand will be transferred to almost every button on the keypad, and the criminal won't know which number is your PIN number, even with an infrared camera. If you neglect to do this step and the criminal does get your PIN number, he will then want to get your credit card number next. This is usually done by an accomplice waiting in the parking lot. The second part of this tip is about criminals stealing your credit or debit card number. Newer issued cards can come with a built-in technical feature called an RFID chip. This chip allows a person to simply wave a card when they pay instead of swiping it. It can also allow a criminal to steal your card number without ever seeing your card. Here's what happens. You're standing in line at a local bookstore or even in the park. In your wallet or purse, you have your credit cards secured to your person. Using an electronic device, a criminal can stand behind you and, without ever touching you, can retrieve your credit card or debit card number via this RFID chip that's in your cards. Combine that with the infrared camera tip mentioned earlier, and now the criminal has complete access to your money. To avoid this problem, first notice if your cards even have an RFID chip installed. To do this, look on your card for this symbol. If your card doesn't have this symbol, then you're safe. If it does, then there are 2 things that you can do to protect yourself. First, you can purchase sleeves for each card, which will protect it from unauthorized scans. I would recommend ones from the first company that ever provided this feature, and they're called ID Stronghold. If you want a more permanent solution, you can actually cut out the RFID chip in your cards. Warning, this will leave a hole in your credit or debit card, and if it's not done properly, could cause problems. Make sure not to cut into the black strip, or this could leave your card unusable. To do this, you'll need to find where your RFID chip is located in your card. The easiest way is to get a very high-powered flashlight and find a dark room or closet. Shine the flashlight up through the card and look for a dark rectangle. That is your RFID chip. Simply use a hole punch to cut a hole through the middle of the chip. This will disable the chip and will free you from being scanned without your knowing about it.